Bill Bixby here, Ultimate Hoops. We have a first round matchup, the Boyz versus the Playmakers. We have two members of the Playmakers team, Mr. Kevin Gill and also CJ Jimerson. Down 14 going into the fourth quarter. They had a great comeback, outscored the Boyz by 20 points in the fourth quarter for a huge victory in the first round of the Sugar Land playoff. This is the second time, CJ, second time this season you all have done that, and in both occasions you have led the charge. CJ, what do you all do to get these fourth quarters against the Boyz?
You just got to compete, man. Fourth quarter is time to compete. Everybody's tired. This game's been played out, and matchups have been set, so you got to try to compete and take advantage in the fourth quarter.
All right, let me ask you this question. First game, you had a technical foul that got you going. This game, no technical foul. It was actually you all's conversation. You and Terrence Duncan had a heated conversation about the game. Could you kind of give us some insight on what was said in that conversation that got your team eventually to lead the victory?
Well, I'm known kind of to ruffle feathers, so if I have to do it with the refs or my own team to get us started, then so be it. But basically, we just wanted to find some kind of rhythm in the game, and we didn't have that coming out of half. We let that prolong into the third quarter, so it's just a discussion that needed to be had. And unfortunately, we had it in the third quarter instead of facing the loss and having it after the game.
All right. Kevin Gill, 8 steals, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 12 steals. I don't know how many points, but an all-around game for you. Also, first team all-defense this season. Can you kind of give us some insight on what makes you a defensive stopper, defensive playmaker?
Well, I kind of dialed down my offense last couple of years. I just want to focus on defense. So that's always my mindset coming to the game. Just to be a lockdown defender and just take my matchup away out of the game.
All right, guys, I'm going to ask you all, get CJ back here. You all have a rematch versus Life is Good next Tuesday. Life is Good actually is the second seed. Give us some keys to victory versus that team.
I mean, the approach stays the same. I mean, they're obviously a great team and put it on us pretty bad in the first matchup. So we just got to come out and play like we know how to play instead of waiting in the third quarter, fourth quarter to start like that from the beginning.
Kevin, defensive stopper, what is it going to take for your guards on your team to compete with Jamal Coleman, Jerry Lashley, DJ Ladden, and also Vince Larimore, their perimeter threats? What do you all have to do to stop them?
Well, I think it's going to have to take discipline. You can't gamble and make the silly plays, silly fouls, go for ball fakes. We just got to be sound on defense. We know what type of scorers they are, so we got to play to their weaknesses and not their strengths.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, guys. We'll have a 8-15 game, Playmakers versus Life is Good next Tuesday in the second round of the playoffs. Great job.